Johnson.
Yep. We're here.
We're here. The 1 o'clock.
We got the Cowboys-Packers game on right now.
1 o'clock games just finished up. So we got a little bit of the scores going on right now.
Been a pretty good week. I guess we'll just kind of go through the game, see where people are at, see who's basically already lost this week, and who's really trying to make a name for themselves. I'd like to start by talking about myself.
Okay.
Naturally.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll go ahead and open up with my game against Connor. Still a game in some sense, although my team has really fallen off the map after the 1 o'clock games.
In the middle of the games at halftime, you were projected at 100, and Connor was projected as low as 73.
Yep.
And now you are projected 78, and Connor is projected 90. So big turn of the table there.
It's a tough day. My team just can't find the end zone. Bottom of the line, I think my running backs total have scored 1, maybe 2 touchdowns this whole season. Putting up halfway decent yards, but they just can't get in the end zone. You're not going to win a lot of games that way. Powell got hurt after his great week last week. He left in the second quarter with a calf injury. So that really hurt. Pretty much lost my entire flex.
Right.
Bills never really got that much going. Couldn't get in the end zone. So, tough day, but we've got Dez playing right now. He's already dropped a touchdown catch, so that's not really
Devontae Adams just scores with the TD.
So maybe this will turn into some sort of shootout if I can get someone from Kelsey and Diggs. And Gurley already fumbled for Connor, so there's still a chance, but I'm definitely not pleased.
That's
with,
big.
How my team
That's
is showing
big
up.
for Alex Tisver. Big for Alex Tisver. Real barn burner of a game that'll be. Him and Luke Stoltz are practically on top of each other right now, and that'll come down the wire.
Luke Stoltz is staying competitive, even with the Dalvin Cook injury. Just a powerhouse team. That's why you draft depth. That's why you do it.
Can't just have starters. Got to have a bench. bench.
Oh, and Mason Crosby, I think missed the extra point. He did.
He did, and
I believe someone just dropped Mason Crosby earlier today.
Yes, I did, and Robbie Gold puts up a solid 13 today. Oh man,
Mason Crossbar bangs off the side.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Sorry to be conceited. I think that's play of the week.
That's a great play.
That's a great play. Ben and Evan are close right now. Evan is still projected to win though.
Yeah. Ben's having a tough time out here.
He is. He got a dub against me, and it really hurt.
Yeah. Let's see. Carlos. Okay, I'm not gonna say I told you so with Carlos Hyde. I said week 6. It's happening week 5. He always starts sucking. We could have seen this coming. 1.8 today in a game that went into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really no excuse for that. Alshon Jeffrey sucks. We pretty much all already knew that. And Ben's keeping 3 tight ends on the roster. So
yeah.
There's
maybe he's going to go double play with both the Redskins tight ends one week.
Maybe. He's got a handcuff for his tight end, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So
I feel good putting Evan in his place. It would have been terrible for him to be 5-0 after this week. That would have been awful to deal with. Yep. So it's great. I'm even with his upcoming probably win, he's probably really kicking himself about Melvin Gordon right now, though.
Yeah, that was a tough trade. I wasn't a huge fan of the trade. I'm not really an Ajayi guy.
Mm-hmm.
When you got Cutler back there, how much of that offense really going to move? How many opportunities is he going to have? I didn't see a lot. Gordon's probably on a bit better of an offense, and I thought was a better player. And I don't know how many points he had today, but he had 2 touchdowns.
28.3.
20, jeez. Even worse than I thought. So, Ajayi had 77 yards and a fumble. No touchdowns or anything.
He's got hot hands.
But I have to give it to Evan. It's impressive that he's going to almost definitely win this week, even with Rob Kelly being on bye, Gronk out, Ty Montgomery out, Demaryius Thomas on bye. That's almost 4 starters, maybe not Kelly, but that's 3 starters.
Right.
Wide receiver, tight end, and running back who are all out this week. And he's projected to put up 90. So he puts up 90 and wins with all those out. That's very impressive.
Michael Reeves is going to put up a ton of points again, knocking off Luke Stoltz. Wow. And then coming in, and Brad can't catch a break.
Poor Brad.
Brad's put up a lot of points, too.
Brad may have
double check.
Brad may have more points scored this year than I do. Or maybe close. It's tough. He was fighting to get a tight end on the roster. Hunter Henry had a good day today, but I don't know if Brad played him or not. Probably put him on the bench the way things have been going.
Let's see.
Reeves going to go out there with Fournette. He's going to put up 30. So
yes,
Brad. It's tough. It's been tough sledding for Brad. Part of me, I think I said something similar in the group meet. Part of me feels bad for Brad. His first year in the league, he's trying to make a name for himself.
Mm-hmm.
But part of me really enjoys just the struggle he's having.
Right,
kind of watching it all burn to the ground. I get a great laugh out of it.
Brad has put up 345, and this week he's still projected to have a close to 100 week.
Jeez.
So around that 445.
Yeah.
And he's put up more than 3, 4, 5, 6 other players in the league. So he's top 4 in the league in points, and he's the worst besides Patrick.
And he's going to
early in the day, it looked like Patrick was going to get his first win, and that went down the tubes pretty quickly.
Yeah, that Gideon really just... I don't know if Gideon gave a nice little pep talk to his team, said, hey, we're losing to the worst team in this league right now. This is unacceptable. Kind of whipped them into shape.
Mm-hmm.
And now, it could still go either way. But it looks like he's got a little bit of a hold on this game right now.
Right. Gideon gets a big game from Odell, but doesn't really hurt him in the long run. He's got a big injury, and he doesn't have many options on the bench. He can play Danny Amendola or Willie Snead.
Yeah, I'm looking at Team Perriman. I mean, I don't know what the move is here. I mean, DeMarco Murray, at this point, you can pretty much call him a bust. I mean, he's clearly not an RB1 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You got McCaffrey, who's been okay. Not as good as Dalvin Cook or Keenan Hunt's been as far as the rookie running backs go, but a good player. Mike Evans, I think, is solid. I'm not a big Fitzgerald guy, and I don't think the Cardinals are very good. Brait is okay. He's playing the San Francisco defense. Not a lot of bench options. I don't see a lot of wins coming this way. I don't see things getting better.
Right.
And you brought up Odell, which is an interesting question. We did see his ankle pretty much look like it snapped.
It snapped. I've been there, done that.
Yeah, he was
broken.
carted off the field in tears, which brought up an interesting point in the group meet as Brad called to have Odell's man card pulled away. And I would like to get your thoughts on. Do you think what your opinions on the crying while being carted off the field? I will say it was some intense cry. I mean, he was
crying.
Really crying.
He definitely was crying.
Real tears.
I have broken my ankle before.
Did you cry?
Hints to Evan Shotgun. I did not cry, but I screamed so loud that it woke up a whole neighborhood, and people thought I was dying. So I would call equal embarrassment there.
Okay.
Because I screamed so loud that people thought I was joking.
Yeah.
So, Connor was there for that. We can get his little side opinion about that. Connor, how do you feel about my screaming?
We'll bring in Connor for a special opinion.
Overrated.
Overrated screaming? Wait, what does that mean? Like, exaggerated?
It wasn't hurting that bad, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
But no tears.
No tears.
No tears.
I mean,
so,
no tears.
It can go either way.
I
People react different ways.
I get the frustration. I think the tears were out of frustration, not pain. It's still a bad look.
It's a bad look.
As a man, as Cam Newton would say, as a man, it's weird to see another man cry.
Right. Right.
So
that's why there's no girls in this league.
That's why
we can
we
say
don't
whatever.
let girls in the league.
We can say whatever we want.
If I wanted tears all over the field, I'd freaking.
That's right.
Watch some WNBA or something.
WNBA highest rated game in that championship game since 2003.
I did see someone hit a game winner. Some girl hit a game winner.
Some black girl that's mid-range jumpers. Wow.
Mid-range jumpers.
Who loves watching mid-range jumpers?
My favorite thing is watching WNBA commercials, where they're hyping up the finals or whatever it may be, and it's like that real dramatic music, and then every play is just like, finger roll layup.
Correct.
Mid-range jumper, and it's not exciting at all.
The only game I like to play with the WNBA is lesbian or null. That's my favorite thing to play. You just say, is she a lesbian or null? Colts got a 51-yarder from Vinatieri for the game.
They won the game. So, Beckham, a man, maybe not.
I don't know. It hurts.
What other games we got?
We
a lot of them. We haven't talked about your game. This is very interesting.
It is.
It's going to come down. This is a real barn burner.
It is. Not a lot of high scoring. It's not looking good.
It is looking bad.
It is, but he's got Tristan has a little bit of a lead right now. but I have Jordan Howard on Monday, so if we get a little space for that, and then I was riddled with buys this week.
Yeah.
I was.
It's kind of nice. I mean, it's better to have all your buys, in my opinion. It's better to have all your buys on 1 week and just maybe take the L.
Right.
Just have a bad week. Maybe you get lucky and pull out the win, and then have your players.
Julio needed to regroup anyway. Julio needed to regroup.
It sucks having one starter out every single week.
Right.
And you can never get your full team out there. So that could work out for you, even if you end up taking a tough loss to Tristan this week.
Yeah.
Who showed. I would like to give Tristan compliments. After my power rankings come out, Tristan did show life. He came into the group me. He said a few words, which was encouraging to see. It was very shocking. I was trying to build up this league in his first year and everything. It's nice to see some involvement from the players.
Well, since you're part of the core group and the commission group, I just went on and started my own segment, the quiz segment,
Okay.
and I just put my foot down and said whoever does the best in this quiz segment over the year gets $1.
All right.
I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Like
I'll approve that right now.
I didn't ask for permission. I just said, hey,
it's easier to ask for forgiveness. That's what they always tell me in church.
someone deserves $1.
Yeah.
For some rock hard questions.
Yeah.
And we'll keep them fantasy related, sort of.
All right.
So yeah, we'll hop into this. I got a couple scheduled out for you.
Okay.
The first question, we'll start out tough. Connor came in strong, very strong. Popped in and took his time answering who the head coach of the Eagles were. Got that correct.
Oh man,
I
don't know if I would have known that.
That was big. That was big. Yeah. So that was a tough one that he swung together, but he did pretty good. Got the UK player. Your questions, they have to vary. So we'll start out with a UK player.
Oh, I'm not gonna know this.
He's not gonna
I don't
know
know
this.
any of the UK football players.
Well, we'll go recent. And
Okay.
can you name what team Bud Dupree is on?
Oh, jeez.
The Bud. He's
I
the most
know.
recent star.
Is he on the Steelers?
He's on the Pittsburgh
right.
Steelers.
All right, 1 for 1.
There you go.
I
And
knew that.
you guys, they're just gonna get harder because we don't
Alright.
have very many options. And
Shout out-
I don't think I'm gonna throw Randall Cobb.
Shout
in there.
out to old league reigning champion and huge Steelers fan Alex Mattson, whose team name for years was Bud Detrees because he smoked a lot of pot, and so that's why I knew he was on the Steelers. 'Cause
Wow.
Matson's a big Steelers
Wow,
fan.
fun fact. of the
Two-time
day.
league champion as well, a real legend
Wow.
from the old days.
That's huge.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Real legend.
next question is we're gonna go popular football players who went to stranger colleges.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna stick in the quarterback range and go with Joe Flacco. Can you name what college Joe Flacco went to?
Oh. Where did Joe Flacco go to college? Probably something state, right? like something state that is just whack.
Just in general.
Do I get half a point if I say something state?
I don't know.
Cleveland State or
Is that locked in?
somewhere. I feel like it's something state. I don't know where you went though. I don't know
Joe
where you went.
Flacco went to Delaware.
Delaware. I did know that. Dang it. Well, I didn't know it, obviously. but now that you say it, I know it.
Okay.
I knew it was somewhere in that region.
Moving on.
Kinda close to that,
The number one person in their category. Can you name the number one kicker in fantasy
Ooh, this year?
this year so far?
It's not my kicker. Know that. It's not Dan Bailey. It's not that Asian kicker that Connor picked up.
It's not the
who's
Asian
been
guy.
Cut. It's not Mason Crosby.
It's definitely not Mason Crosby.
It's
It was
probably not Robbie
Mason
Gould.
Crosby was number one kicker in 2006.
2006.
And
Man,
he's
those
been
kickers had
riding
long
that
careers.
coattails for a while.
Jeez. Gostkowski's had a couple good games. That's probably going to be my guess. Is it Gostkowski?
It's not.
Dang.
It's Greg Zulerin
Oh,
from the
Don't know
Los
who that is.
Angeles Rams.
really?
And he wasn't picked up in our league until after
Who picked
last
him up?
week from Patrick, who
All
picked
right.
him up for $0.
Yeah, people not wanting to spend a lot of money on kickers.
So, crazy that he just swooped up the number one kicker, no big deal, no, but went under the radar. Good steal.
Good steal.
We'll hop in and you're already behind Connor. It's a little rough.
Yeah,
We'll go to the coaching and see if you can name the head coach of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, what's his name? It's gonna come up on the TV if we wait after this commercial break at some point. It's gonna take me a second, but I know it. I know it for sure. It's something with an M.
Okay.
It's something with an M for sure. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Mike McCarthy.
Mike
That's
McCarthy
who it
is correct. It did
Yeah.
not come up on the screen. We'll
Yeah,
give
it did
him
not
that.
come up on the screen.
And your biggest cake question of them all: who is the worst point guard in NBA basketball? Very easy
let's see.
question.
Who's the worst starting point guard for this upcoming season?
We'll just go the whole league.
Worst point guard in the league. Well,
It's very easy.
there's definitely people. Oh, was that Dez now?
No Des.
I don't know. There's a lot of bad point guards out there.
Connor got this question easily.
A lot of bad point guards out there. I'm not going to say Chris Paul, which is the answer that we're looking for. Because Chris Paul is not. Chris Paul is a top five point guard of all time. Chris
stop
Paul
it.
is a top 5 point guard of all time.
Stop it.
You heard it here first.
No rings.
Chris Paul is a top 5 point guard of all time.
No conference finals. Nothing.
Wait till the Rockets make the conference finals this year.
Stop it.
Which they will. You heard it here
Stop
first.
He heard it here first. The wrong answer.
And they will win more games than the Timberwolves, who probably won't even make the playoffs.
Oh gosh, that's blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Timberwolves aren't that
He
good.
doesn't trust Carl.
Jeff Teague sucks and is washed.
Better than Rubio.
Barely.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's been a pretty solid week so far. We got some close games, which is
Yeah.
good to see. Patrick's still hanging around Gideon though. Gideon's trying to seal the deal. Brad's
What's
still.
my score looking like?
It's getting closer.
Dez can't get anybody.
Cole
I'm
Beasley
creeping
going
up in
off.
there. I'm projected to lose by 6, so it could go either way.
Could go either way.
All right, that's not so bad.
I'm in the same boat with you.
I'm about to pick up one more point. Dan Bailey knocking in these extra points like it's nothing.
Yep.
Shout
Cole
out my
Beasley.
team.
Anybody play him? No,
I
because
had him on my team for a while.
he's on the waiver wire. Well, if you would have had him, you probably would be winning right
I
now.
probably
So
would be winning.
you got that going for you.
Or
The Cats. Everyone likes the Cats. You know they like to make us nervous. Solid win last night against Missouri.
Go Cats.
Got
Good
home
win.
at like 1 in the morning. It was
Oh,
insane.
you went.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool,
crazy. But
I see
you know,
Dan Bailey knock this one in.
see if he can pipe it through the uprights. Likes to go that left hash mark.
Oh, nice. Great guy. That's why he's on my team.
Got it.
Trust him.
Got it. And see, Mason Crosby. The next time they get the ball, they're gonna go for 2. So
Because he can't get.
yeah, he can't kick extra points evidently.
Yeah, we'll see.
But
if he picks up Crosby.
Pretty
That's
solid.
not bad,
Since
yes.
we're here, we'll kind of touch on the matchups next week, just so we can do it and have it
Yeah, let's look and see what we got on the document.
ready to go. It's me versus Patrick. Hopefully, I won't be his first win either. That'd be solid. Big game, I think, is the Gronky Kongs versus
yeah.
Brad Nolan.
Versus Brad. That's gonna be a big game. Probably gonna be a lot of trash talking to Group
Mhm.
Me in that one.
Must win for Brad. Must
I mean,
win.
if Brad loses this week, as it looks like he's going to, it's gonna be must win. And Brad has Dak and Zeke on bye that week. I mean, Brad's season could be over right now.
It
I'm
could
just gonna
be.
go ahead and say
Two-
it. This season could
If he
be
goes
over.
2 back-to-back losses, he'd be 1-5. That'd be rough.
I mean, he can put in Ingram for Zeke in that committee backfield. He's got Carson Wentz on the bench, so he's gonna be playing Wentz and Ingram. Wentz is playing Carolina, who looked pretty sharp today. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. And Evans' team should be fairly healthy next week, a lot better than this week. I don't know. I don't see him coming out of that matchup with a win, honestly. And his season, we might as well just write them off
Right.
at this point.
We got Nozick and Michael Reeves. That's a solid matchup.
Mid-tier matchup.
Yep.
Yeah, Reeves comes out with the
Hey,
win this
Michael
week.
Reeves, he's putting up numbers.
Reeves could end up at 4-2, but again, someone who's going to have a tough bye week is Reeves is going to have Andy Dalton, Gio, AJ Green, really relying on the Colts there, and
Bengals.
Jimmy Graham and the Seattle defense all on bye for that matchup against Team Nosick.
Tristan,
Jason Witten also on bye, so right now he has no playable tight ends for next week. so he's going to have to hit the wire.
Everyone block him. Block that waiver wire.
That's a thin position. It's going to be tough for him to pick up a decent tight end.
Make him pay
Ben's
for
hoarding
him.
3 on his roster, so maybe they can work out a trade. Even though Ben already paid $43 for Jason Witten and then traded him to Reeves. So
I don't know.
maybe they can work something out again for some cash, tight end.
Sounds like
I don't
collusion.
know. We'll definitely monitor that situation as a possible collusion situation.
We got the Inglorious Bradfords, Tiz versus you. If both of you all get a loss this week, because both of you are in very close games, that could be a really big matchup for both of you.
Teams fighting to either get or avoid 500. If I lose this week, I'd be really happy with ending up at 4-2. It's a great spot to be in. Right in line to sneak to get into the playoffs. 3-3, okay, but I'm not going to be as excited about. Luckily, he's got Joe Mixon and Russell Wilson on bye, but on the same coin, I've got LaShawn McCoy on bye and Dez on bye. So it's going to be probably a pretty low-scoring game, and it's probably going to be decided by whose waiver wire pickup just goes off and catches a touchdown or something.
Right.
Like
We
that.
got Connor Fulkerson, Benjamin Pampelli. Also another
That's a
scenario
good
of a must-win. If Ben loses this week, that could be big.
Yeah, Ben falling down to 2-4. That's definitely not going to be what he's looking for, especially as a team that looked really good through weeks 1 and 2.
1 and 2, putting up a solid 115.
Yeah, looked like one of the main challenges to Luke Stoltz, but the David Johnson injury obviously set him back. Some questionable waiver wire pickups,
Right.
Questionable trade moves.
Rodgers goes down.
Mariota going down. Yeah, it's just tough. And
It is.
if you recall back to draft day at the glorious location delivery, I remember telling Ben after his team was drafted that his whole team was made of glass. I said those exact words to him, and now we see Mariota out, we see Jordan Reed out, we see David Johnson out. You know, you
Right.
take those risks when you draft those players. So.
Correct.
That's the way it
We'll
is.
go up to Gideon and Luke Stoltz. Interesting matchup.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. Gideon's shown some flashes.
High low, very high low.
Me.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that
seem to be
could be
very
a fine.
committed to the league. So maybe if his team starts picking up a little bit, we'll see a little more enthusiasm out of him.
Yeah, that'd be big. That'd be a
Definitely
big
had some
upset.
big weeks, so always a chance to hit real high. But one like Luke Stoltz just gonna run right through that, pick up another win.
Correct.
That's probably how it's gonna go.
Well,
Jeez, Dez just can't get anything going.
can't.
I don't know. If anyone wants Dez, make me an offer. I'll give him to you. I'm over it. That touchdown pass hit him right
I
in
got-
the hand.
I got rid of
It
him.
is-
I got rid of him. You should have known.
I should have known.
Should have known. Connor knows me, and I'll give him a little pat on the back for not calling me out straight out loud. Straight up baffled that I had a Browns player and a Cowboys player who I have vowed to never have on my team.
Yeah.
And I've said that, and I've followed through with that in every league I've been in with Connor so far. And he was baffled, and I said, "Don't you worry,
Got rid of him.
they won't be on my team before the first game."
Hey, Crowell didn't do that bad today, though. He stepped it up a little bit. For
He
as bad
did.
as the Browns are, he almost picked up 70 yards. I can't even complain about that.
Correct.
So,
And Martavius
But
Bryant
that's-
hasn't been anything exciting.
That's killing me. Yeah, so that trade is kind of a wash.
Wash trade. But
Yeah.
we're just pushing content here. We're pushing content. Oh wow.
Oh, that's going to be a hit.
Yeah, might have been a roughing
Yep.
the kicker there.
Yep.
But people throw their responsibilities under the bus. There's been one weekly waiver wire update.
Yeah. We're just here trying to push out content for this league, Give you guys something to listen to, keep people happy, keep people wanting to come to this league.
I like the sound of my voice, so I figure everyone else does
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you do like to talk a lot.
Yeah, so I got that going for me.
So, yeah, but that's where things are standing through week 5 right now. A lot of games still in the air, so I'm sure we'll get a recap sometime
Going
later
into
next
week 6.
week.
When do you think the first pick trade
That's
will be
really
thrown
interesting. Here's the thing about pick trades. Probably not going to see him till, I would guess, week 9, week 10. I'd say teams are always holding on to hope that things can turn around. Until a team is pretty much not going to make the playoffs, they're probably not going to want to trade picks. So I'd say it's probably going to be later on before we see that happen. If we see it happen, it's tough to give away picks for next year. No one likes doing it. It's hard. But I would love to see that. If I'm in contention, could I see myself offering up some picks to Team Perryman to try and poach off Mike Evans late in the season to arm my team for the playoffs, I could.
I
There's
will.
a chance. I consider it.
I will make it public.
consider it.
I will make it public. I got asked about Julio this week.
Really?
Got asked about Julio and what I wanted, and I said I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question right now. So yeah,
Things are always shifting. My whole team is available. LaShawn McCoy is available.
everyone's available.
I'm over it.
People who say people are
Yeah.
untouchable, that's a lie.
Yeah, shout out Evan Shacklett. Ty Montgomery and Melvin Gordon are both untouchable, and has now tried to shove the broken ribbed Ty Montgomery onto me, and has already traded away Melvin Gordon. So nobody is untouchable, which is why I would never lie like that. My whole team is available. You want LaShawn McCoy? Come and take him. Trade rate me. I don't care. He hasn't found the end zone once this year, so you're a sucker. So that's the way it is.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, man?
All right. Well, hopefully we'll get this
Freaking
popped up
jump.
and posted soon. Next, I will hit you guys up, see who is available. Some of you guys that aren't in the group me active very much, I'll have to get a hold of you somehow because we're running through people. So
Yeah.
there we
Push
go.
out content. League's about content. Content makes money.
Do-
Power.
Do
Fame.
your part. If you,
Do your part.
you
know
know-
your role.
I like the whole money aspect. I just threw away $1 for the quiz game, $1 that I can't win. So I'm just gonna throw out another $1. If you do not make an appearance on this show, you're fined. Find
You're
$1.
fine.
Find $1. You got to throw $1 in the bucket. You're totally fined. And if everyone shows up in person and Gideon is the only one to do a phone interview, he has to come in person or he gets fined.
I will find Gideon.
Yeah. See,
I'll
now
find
it sounds
Gideon.
good, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that sounds better. I will find Gideon.
All right.
Yeah. Also keep in mind, I'm sending out the $5 every week for the highest score. I know Brad won it last week. Gideon won it week 3. I think Evan won week 2. Luke won week 1. So we had 4 different people already cash in $5. I don't know who's it.
Michael
looking like it's gonna be.
Reeves is
It's going to
looking.
be Reeves. So we're going to have our 5th person in 5 weeks, more than likely.
Michael Reeves or Luke
Um,
Stoltz for the second time.
Yeah.
That looks like the only 2
Who are we gonna
realistic
Yeah.
contenders.
Hopefully it's Reeves. Like to get a 5th person there. Everyone get a little bit of their money back. So that's
It's a little
exciting.
bit of the 50.
So yeah, make sure you got Venmo. We've been mowing those out every week. So yeah, we got content, we got money. Big things happening for the league. It's been great so far. We're just gonna keep churning it out.
All right, boys. That was Starting Drama, Episode 5. Eric Johnson, Episode 6 coming to you soon. If Ben keeps messing up, maybe we'll do another weekday podcast. Who knows? Just filling content.
Yeah.
But peace.
Okay.